Banban Mayor Alice Go was so shocked when she saw her celda. Former Banban Mayor Alice Go was so shocked when she saw her cell na madami siyang makakasama mga fellow PDL sa Pasig City Jail. And guess what? I know Pasig City Jail so well because I was actually detained there for 5 years for something I didn't do. I got acquitted already. And I can just imagine her thoughts. But again, hindi ko sure kung totoo nga ba na-shock siya. But that's on the news. I think for every detainee, kahit sino ka pa, masya-shock ka talaga sa first time mong makapasok sa isang selda. Hindi ko, ito yung mukha niya, nung nakita niya, sobrang daming nakakulong doon. This is what happens on your first day getting detained in a jail. Firstly, you become a big announcement. Siyempre, Alice Go is a big personality right now here in the Philippines. She's an alleged sleeper agent from China. Ang dami mga mystery about her. She's allegedly connected to the illegal pogos here in the Philippines and a lot of other scary crimes. And the update is, sabi nga niya, she is a victim and not the mastermind. So, things will unfold as hearings go by. So back to Pasig City Jail and just being detained for the first time ever. Ito yung proseso na pagpasok mo ng isang selda. It was mentioned nga sa news that Alice Go was so shocked to see there were so many people in her cell. She is now sharing a bed with 6 people. Hindi ko alam kung saan siya nakastay. Sabi nila, malapit daw sa CCTV, malapit din daw sa officers. So, ang Pasig City Jail kasi 4 floors yon. Yung sa first floor would be the admin area. So yung mga jail officers yung nasa baba. Walang mga detainees dun sa baba. Kasi syempre malapit siya sa exit. Which of course bawal daw ng mga detainees. Pero sa haba ng mga offices, sa dulo nun may kitchen. So dun lang yung mga may detainees na nagluluto for the entire jail and also for the officers. Still, hindi pa ganun ka-accessible yung entrance kasi dadaanan mo pa yung office. So, second floor of that would be cell number 3. That's unit 3 and that was my cell. Know it so well. Like, even if I close my eyes, I memorize it so well. Hindi ko lang nandun siya sa cell na yun. And she was most likely laying at the same bed as mine. I'm just assuming kasi if it's near the officers daw, naka-face sa CCTV, ay isang area lang naman na kita pa ng CCTV na natutulong yung mga tao. And that's exactly my same spot. Normally, pag pumasok kasi sa jail, ang gagawin sa'yo, ibubuking ka. Fingerprints, getting your details, your photos, and also giving you the uniform. Yung yellow top and brown pants. Which I might say is the worst combination of all. Question ko actually yun, bakit ganda yung color combination and we have to wear this every single day? Kung sa labas, ang ganda-ganda mo manamit, sa loob, yellow shirt and brown pants. Napakabaduy naman yung combination na yun. Logic is, if ever may tumakas, sobrang kitang-kita yung kulay na yun, yung yellow top and brown pants. So, identified na yun as PDLs. So, normally pag booking, binibigay sa'yo yung shirt, tapos may pants. I think dun sa first day, dun lang yung libre. Gusto mo ng more, bibili ka pa or magpapagawa ka pa. Pero konti lang yung pwede mong i-keep. Like for me, I've only had 4 shirts, 2 shorts, and 1 pants. So, yellow lang yung top ever since before. Tapos umiikot-ikot lang yan bawat araw. Yun lang yung sinusuot mo, wala nang iba. Unless there are times na siguro yung pants, pwede mong palitan. Basta yung top, yung yellow top, yung pinaka-importante. At paglabas mo ng jail or ng selda, dapat naka-brown pants ka. That's the rule. Also, a part of introduction to the jail, makikilala mo doon yung warden. So yung warden, kakausapin ka. Yung nurse din will most likely get your pregnancy test. So Alice Go is going to be living a normal life of a PDL here in the Philippines. Lahat ng activities ng gagawin ng mga fellow PDLs, kailangan niyang makisama. Dun sa situation niya ngayon, hindi mo talaga siya mapag-iisipan na mabibigyan ng special treatment kasi pag magkakadikit-dikit lahat ng mga tao, madaming inggitan, they compare each other, kaya it's best talaga everyone is at the same level. According to the news, sabi nila si Alice Go daw didn't speak a word much to her fellow PDLs, yung mga katabi niya. Siguro shock na shock pa siya, parang nananahimik muna siya. Siguro nag-observe pa siya. Yung bed niya, ang tigas-tigas na, hindi na siya bed, wala na siyang cushion. Every other month, nagkakaroon sila ng pangmalakihang Greyhound wherein they would have big departments come in and arrive at around 4 a.m. Tapos hahalungkutin lahat, talagang gagalawin lahat ng gamit mo and you're half asleep and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, baka yung ballpen ko i-confiscate or baka things I value makukuha sa akin. So, she will have to experience all of this. And this happens constantly. Kung meron siyang bagay na she really, really liked and it's not really pasok dun sa mga pwede. Kasi contraband naman doesn't necessarily mean they're all illegal. Like, this pen could be a contraband in a jail because you can actually puncture someone. So if she's the type who loves writing and it just so happens that they're very strict on ball pens as of that moment, sayang, lahat ng mga ballpens niya maka-confiscate, diba? So, ang daming hassles. Yung normal living mo sa labas na hindi mo nararamdaman na binabawasan ka ng kung ano-ano, especially she's living a lavish life. Ngayon, ayun, lahat ng mga gamit mo, chine-check, dapat konti lang, everything is subject to the decisions of the jail. Like, she can't really bring much inside. And the rubber shoes actually, hindi naman masyadong pinapayagan yun kasi the mentality is, hindi ka naman lalabas. Siguro sa hearings lang. So, she can't even have a lot of other clothes. Like, she really cannot. Siguro one pair of shoes lang for going out to her hearings, and that's about it. And what's part of these Greyhound is that they do body searches as well. Ginagawa nila yon initially sa first year ko. I felt like, kailangan pa talaga to. Like, parang, ano pa bang maipapasok ko? Pero eventually, hindi ko na iniisip yon eventually. Kasi parang sanay na ako. Pero sa start, talagang, ang baba ng tingin ko sa sarili ko, kailangan pa talaga ako i-search almost every day. Parang ganun yung feeling. It's part of their security, so wala ka na magagawa doon. Likewise, there are a lot of activities she will have to join para makisama siya. There are mga competitions or yung mga talent portions. Malamang sa pagpapakilala, pagpasok mo pa lang sa cell, tapos may meeting kayo the next day, normally, pagpapakilala yung bagong na-detain. And of course, Alice Go will have to introduce yourself, and knowing yung mga tao sa loob, magpapakita ka ng talents. Oh, I don't know if she was game to do that kasi medyo mainit pa yung sitwasyon. And I heard she wasn't really talking much. So maybe if she settles down and she'd be more open to the fellow prisoners there pag naka-observe na siya. Feeling ko kasi she didn't really have the time to get used to the situation. Like, agad-agad nilagay siya sa isang city jail. Normally kasi, you are at a detention area. Dun muna. So, parang short period of time lang siya sa Camp Crame. For me kasi, I was detained first in a smaller area where I kind of got used to idea of just being imprisoned. I didn't get used to it, pero parang, alam mo yun, may lighter version of the city jail. So, parang nag-climatize na ako dun sa 3 months na yon. And then being moved to a city jail, I was shocked, but I wasn't really tameme. Alam mo yun? Siya kasi parang feeling ko, parang the first time niya talaga na ma-lock up, like legit lock up. She will adjust, but it will take time. Sobrang dami activities doon. May Zumba. So feeling ko naman she might be game to eventually do that. And also, kailangan makita ng mga tao na you're easy to be with or else baka saan siya doon. And I don't think she's the type who would not get along with others. Food-wise, konti lang talaga. Malamang magpapadala siya ng pagkain from the outside. And it's okay. It's actually allowed to do that as long as your dalaw would bring food for the day to be consumed today and tomorrow. Parang you can't have 1 week's worth of food. Saan mo ilalagay yun? Wala. Wala namang ref, diba? Hindi mo naman pagmamayari yung place na yun. Also, she'd have to attend a lot of programs. Yung mga against smoking, against illegal drugs, even though feeling niya hindi necessary sa buhay niya kasi alam na ngayon, she would still have to attend all of those like I had to. Kahit na maging redundant na, paulit-ulit yon, napakikinggan mo kasi they're very hard on reformations. They bring as much stickers to really engrave sa mga utak ng mga nakakulong kasi majority of the cases inside are drugs eh. Siyempre, kahit non-drugs yung kaso mo, kailangan mong sumama at makinig din every time. Likewise, there are so many skills being taught inside para may mga businesses, yung mga PDLs, pag nakalaya sila, she will have to join all of that. Meron pa nga mga classes on pagmamasahe, sa paggawa ng candle making. I love those. Paggawa ng mga rugs. I actually joined all of that. Really learn a lot of different things. And I get more appreciation for yung mga products na nakikita ko sa labas. Kasi I'm like, wow, sobrang hirap ng paggawa ng mga gamit na to. And plus, possible din, mga PDLs yung gumawa. Kaya, likewise, there are a lot of religious events inside, like mga mass. If she's not Catholic, she won't be forced to join. And if she plays her cards right, she shows sympathy to the people who are there. Mas nagiging friendly na siya. And malamang, dahil she's very wealthy, nakakatulong siya sa mga tao doon, there's a possibility na iboto siyang mayora talaga. Yung mayora ng Pasig City Jail. That's a possibility. Being voted as a coordinator or a mayora is actually done through the majority votes of the people that are in your cell. Right? So it means ikaw yung pinaka-lead sa mga tao mo. And that's what happened to me because sobrang bibo ko sa mga activities sa loob. Ang daming natulungan ng family ko. Very generous ako nung nasa loob ako. Thanks to my family also for giving me the resources to do that. And she has all the resources in the world. So it's not gonna be impossible for her to get to that position, but that position is not a privilege, but rather to me, it's a burden and a hassle. Pero it could be a calling as well. Kasi it is given to the most responsible person in the cell. And it doesn't matter kung ginawa mo talaga yung kaso mo o hindi, as long as you care about your fellow PDLs, then pasok ka sa criteria at nakikisama ka, possible yan na makamit niya yung position na yun. Not that it is a very nice position to achieve. Honestly, when I heard Pasig City Jail, there was just so much things going on in my head. Like, I am such a huge follower of the Senate Flicks that recently has been trending almost all the time. I follow lahat ng mga pinag-uusapan nila about Alice Go, Sheila, everything. So I was just so shocked that she was placed in Pasig City Jail. I'm just imagining in my head what she could be doing right now, how she's being treated right now. Impossible talaga na mabigyan siya ng seldom na mag-isa kasi wala ngang facility na ganun doon. In fairness, this is a journey na she will experience. Yeah, every prisoner has a different life path. Hopefully, her fellow cellmates will be good to her, and actually, I don't doubt that. Life in jail is never a smooth sailing, day-to-day experience. Ang daming mga challenges dyan, ang daming mga emotional breakdowns na may experience ng tao. And also, madami kang makikitang mga iba na nagbe-breakdown din, so maapektuhan ka. And also, ang daming mga pinaglalaban ng mga tao sa loob. So, even if sobrang babaw niya, it could become a huge fight. And she will see every single thing. I'm just so intrigued that she's placed in that jail. It is actually considered one of the newest facilities. I've been to a lot of jails already after I got released kasi I promised myself na I would advocate. I'm a PDL redemption advocate. So in other words, I feel like my release is also a calling from God to give hope to the people inside and to let people outside know that those that are in bars are here to be helped by us. They are inside to reform. Yes, of course, to be punished also for their wrongdoings, but more so to become better people. Kasi tao lang naman tayo. Madami sa kanila nakagawa ng mali dahil kinailangan nila ng pera, dahil nagmamahal sila sa kanilang pamilya at kailangan nila i-prioritize yung family nila. Therefore, they had to do something that wasn't legal in order for them to bring food to their table. It's really sad, honestly. Sobrang sad. Kwento ko lang, since na-delete yung YouTube channel ko and it's probably God telling me get back on track with my vlogs, I will do my best to stay updated with all of you. I get so many requests every single day to please post a video. So I will. So far kasi, aside from hosting a lot of events, I also have 2 corporate jobs. Kaya there are a lot of things I do each and every day. But to me, having you guys watching and sharing all my stories to you, it's something I know I need to continue. So, ayan, I hope you guys share this video, like it, and if it's your first time here, do subscribe. I'll share more stories. And thank you so much for being here. So I will see you on my next vlog. Bye! By the way, if you have suggestions of what you want me to talk about, please go ahead on the comment box. And if you just wanna react towards everything I'm sharing to all of you, you know what to do! Mwah!